£289 is the price of that Nike Alphafly Next Percent 2 in that striking green Eckerden colourway. It got me thinking, what sort of insane shoe rotation could I build for half marathon or marathon training? Could I even get 4 pairs of shoes? Let's take a deep dive into the dollar discounts and the pound stretching savings. A multiple shoe rotation, all for the price of 1 pair of the Alphafly Next Percent 2. Welcome to the channel, people. Thanks for tuning in. It's always appreciated. If you're a member, or perhaps you've dropped me a super thanks recently, I really do appreciate it. It helps to keep the channel rolling in and the shoes stocked up. Help the channel out by hitting that subscribe button, but also clicking the bell below for notifications when I launch the new videos for you. Really does help us out too if you give this video a thumbs up like and share it with your running buddies. Danke schön. So for marathon or half marathon training, we're going to need a real mixture of shoes in the rotation, maybe a durable daily offering, a long run beast that can perhaps also be utilised for recovery efforts too. We're going to need something that can handle some pace as well for some of those faster sessions, not forgetting the all important race shoe for the main event. First up then, a daily cruiser. I mean, we've got 289 Spondulics or Earth credits to use up. I don't want to blast too much of the dough though, just on a daily beater. The Puma Velocity Nitro 2 springs to mind, which is widely available for around about 50 Earth credits over here in the UK right now. You can't say fairer than this one. It does lots of things and it does them very, very well. Can't believe they're dropping these to £50 right now. Fantastic stuff with the Nitro and EVA midsole combo. That's going to be my daily sort of running shoe for sort of standard efforts, I suppose. We could look at the Reebok Energy 4, though that shoe is now out of stock practically everywhere in my size, so no dice on that one. There's a few pairs of the Pegasus 39 from Nike down at around £69, maybe even the Pegasus Turbo Next Nature. They're about £70 in the UK right now, quite considerable discounts from the retail price. I am going to stick though with the Puma Velocity Nitro 2 in this instance. That'll do just fine for what we require from it, which is easy daily miles. So £289.95 minus 50 from Start Fitness gives us a total of $239.95. So lots of options to examine for the other shoes in the rotation. Let's look next at that long run shoe, perhaps one we can also use for recovery too. We're going to need something with some extra cushion there to enable those longer miles and not fatigue the legs too much. Maybe a max cushion shoe. I've been covering those quite a lot recently on the channel. Perhaps we can rinse out a bit more value if we can perhaps incorporate a few sessions into that shoe. First one up that springs to mind is the SC Trainer from New Balance. I've got it in my rotation right now and I can vouch for its forgiving properties. Great underfoot cushion and just fine at steady pace even. So for some longer, slower runs, I don't see why this won't fit the bill. Available at the moment for a very reasonable sum of about 105 Earth credits over at New Balance's website, though that's in the women's sizes. Cheapest for my size though I found was 126 over at Wiggle. A great price for a shoe really. It was 210 on release, so 40% off. I think that's going to leave us with about £113 left. That's good, but perhaps not quite enough for what I want in a race shoe. Let's continue searching and see if we can find something else. How about the Reebok Float Ride Energy Sumitros 2? We got more stack there underfoot than the Velocity Nitro 2 from Puma. That certainly could double as our recovery shoe and for the long runs. Sadly though, I can only find that model for around about £100 right now. No really good deals on the Sumitros 2 whatsoever. Perhaps better to go with a discounted shoe, maybe the Float Ride Energy X from Reebok. Part carbon plate in that one and a massive stack of foam. Perhaps better for the long runs, I suppose. And at only 89 Earth credits right now over at Start Fitness. There's lots of long run max cushion shoes out there, but none of them are discounted. What's that, Beast?
What about the Invincible run?
The Invincible run? Can't say I thought of that one at all, but with the very, very imminent release of the Invincible run Flyknit 3, there's bound to be more discounts on the Invincible run 2. Tons of deals right now. I had a quick look around and instantly found some at Keller Sports. They got them in a variety of different colorways for 91 Earth credits. That's more like it, people. So perhaps if the Energy X is a little too rigid for you, you want something for those longer efforts and recovery sessions, the Invincible run Flyknit 2 is absolutely perfect. I imagine even more discounts will crop up with that new Invincible run 3 coming out very soon. They'll undoubtedly try and clear the stock of the previous version of the shoe to make room in the warehouse. That leaves us with a really nice total actually. So taking off the price of either the Energy X or the Invincible run Flyknit 2 from our £239.95 gives us £150.95. Lots of cash there to find a really good race or pace orientated shoe. There's loads of really good super shoe discounts right now. The Saucony Endorphin Pro 3, the Adios Pro 3. Sadly, no good deals on the Asics Metaspeed Sky Plus. That one is just out of those deals right now. Nothing that springs to mind on that one. The Endorphin Pro 3 is a good shout. I think there's a few pairs of those knocking around 125 Earth credits. Perhaps not a good replacement though if we're trying to get something that's in the ballpark of the Alphafly. I think at the moment the absolute best value and best performance shoe that's available on discount is the Vaporfly Next Percent 2. I found a UK size 11, so that's my size, for £150 at sportshoes.com. Though I do have a club runners discount which gets me another 10% off. So that brings us down to about £135. Now that is fantastic value if you ask me. The Volt Black, Bright Crimson and Photo Blue version of the best high pace shoe out there. Kev Next Percent Burton would probably classify this one as maybe the absolute best shoe that's out there. Ever, maybe. I think I'm inclined to agree with Kev on that one. £135 for this is just brilliant. Is the Vaporfly Next Percent 2 as propulsive as the Alphafly 2? I still think the Vaporfly perhaps is the shoe that works for more people as opposed to the Alphafly. That one's a Marmite shoe, I suppose. It's either going to work really well for you or not at all. I don't think there's anything in the middle. I think perhaps if you want the increased stability that the Alphafly offers, maybe in the heel, and also I guess in the mid to forefoot as well. It's that bit wider. It may be worth forking out the extra cash, but I think the Vaporfly Next Percent 2 is superb value on discount. Good old sport shoes coming in with the value savers once again. We had £150.95 minus the 135 for the Vaporfly Next Percent 2 gives us £15.95. Managed to get 3 shoes for the price of 1 pair of the Alphafly Next Percent 2. A whole shoe rotation there for training and racing for the price of 1 inflated pair. You know, they're only a drawing pin or a nail away from the trash heap as well. I am joking, of course. The durability seems pretty reasonable. Though, I mean, it's a shoe, isn't it? You've got to remember that. It's just like all the others. It's got an outsole, a midsole, and upper. The V1 Alphafly still remains the better of the two, though, in my personal opinion. Just that bit more of an aggressive beast. More tangible feel of those air zoom units up front. I didn't quite get the same vibe in the V2, which is a bit of a shame. I just can't justify that additional cost. I don't think it's worth it. So we've covered easy daily training, long runs and some recovery thrown in too, and a shoe that you can use for select pace workouts and the race itself. And you got some change left over to buy yourself some energy gels to give you a bit of sustenance during the race, and maybe a pizza afterwards too, if that's your preference. If you had the 289 quid to hand, what would you do with it? Which 3 shoes would you buy? Let the runners and I know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Musical interlude for you. There's nothing more that I like than some New York Dolls occasionally. Looking for a Kiss is this wonderful rock and roll track. It's got that loose kind of sleazy vibe about it. The chords slide into one another. It truly is fantastic. Looking for a Kiss, one of my favourite New York Dolls tunes. Back in the days of my group, the Animal Urges, you know, we used to don the old cat suits and everything. I don't ever recall having any platform shoes though. Hey, there's still time. Brilliant guitar sounds on the New York Dolls track. Certainly those early period tunes really sound great. Just enough overdrive, not too distorted, and really great production as well. Big fan of the production of those early albums. Go and check some out, guys, especially Looking for a Kiss by the New York Dolls. Thanks for tuning in, people. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Lots more to come in the next few days. Loads of exciting things happening and some announcements to make too. Hit that subscribe button, click that bell for notifications. Also give this video a thumbs up like and share it with your running buddies. My name's Eddbud and I'll be seeing you